This meeting is being recorded.
Awesome. So, like I said, we're going to be doing some different movements today. Some, I don't want to call them compound movements, but some movements where we're doing two exercises at once. And that's always nice, you know, two birds, one stone type of situation. I do have my timer over here. Everything that we're going to do today is 45 seconds long, 3 rounds. So the usual. So we'll go ahead and get started with a nice easy warm up. We're just going to start with some body weight squats. We're only going to warm up for about 3-ish minutes here because like I usually do, I cram so much stuff in these classes. So just some nice easy body weight squats. We're just warming up here just a little bit. I know we usually do high knees, but trust me, I've embedded some cardio in here, so you'll be happy not to have cardio right off the bat. But no worries, nothing crazy. There's always modifications for everything. So I'll show you guys all those when we get to them. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Good. You're just going to go into some just easy step back lunges here. Again, just warming up, nothing crazy. You don't need to add your weights yet. We're just stepping back. I know I'm going to look back on this recording and know that I've been screaming at the camera, so I'm going to try to talk a little bit more softer today. That I'm just going to warn everyone, have your volume lower. Let's keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Make sure you got them even on both sides. We're just going to walk right on out to a push-up position. So if you would like to, you may drop to those knees, bring the feet up, keep those back straight, and just go into some nice, easy push-ups right here. Keep it up. My timer's way up here. So you're coming all the way down and pushing back up. You can do tricep push-ups if you want to, or diamond push-ups. It doesn't matter. We're just warming up the chest and the upper body. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Stay on down there. We're just going to go into some nice, easy mountain climbers here. Now, if you would like to just bring it to a tap, you can. But let's go ahead and get those heart rates up, pushing through those mountain climbers. We're only going to do about 30 seconds of them, and you're already halfway there, so keep it up. Push, push, push. Really pulling in through that stomach, keeping that abdomen nice and tight. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. You can press on back into child's pose just to give those shoulders a little bit of a stretch. So that's just going to be down here. Stretching out. Very gently tuck those feet. Go ahead and push up into a downward dog position here. You can walk that dog a little bit if those hamstrings are feeling kind of tight, if those calves are feeling a little tight. Very gently walk yourself forward. Do a nice good bend right here. Hug the legs if you need to. And very gently roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into our first set of stuff. So now you'll need your weights. So any sort of weight works. You can use a bag full of cans if you wanted to as well. Make your own like sandbag out of like a duffel or something. But I'll show you what we're going to do first. We're going to first go into squats to a shoulder press, just like that. Then we're going to, that's wrong. There we go. Yeah, so we're going to go to squat. Then we're going to do step back lunges with a bicep curl. And we're going to stay on one side only and then switch. And then we're going to put down the weights. We have jump squats. If you don't want to do jump squats, you could be right here. So it's a squat and just rising up onto those toes. So let's start with that first thing. Squat to a shoulder press, 45 seconds. Ready and go. Try to tilt the camera up just a little bit. So we're squatting and shoulder pressing. So it's this nice squat, shoulder press all the way up. So we're sitting back in those hips, pressing those arms up. You don't have to use any sort of crazy heavy weight unless you really want to. If the shoulder press is a lot, you can always just bring it to just a squat if you would like a weighted squat. There's always options. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Pick a leg, any leg. We're going to step back into that lunge, curl at the same time that we lunge back. So it's just like this. Only one leg at a time. We'll get to both. So you may have to find some lighter hand weights if you want them. If you don't want to do the bicep curl, you can always just do weighted lunges or no weight at all. Totally optional. Make sure you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Don't hold your breath. Really step back in that lunge. Press to the heels for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Switch sides. So same exact thing, just other leg. We're stepping back, curling those biceps all the way up. Again, you don't have to do the bicep curl if you don't want to. It's just an option in there to get some extra weight movement here. Only got 10 more seconds. Push it through, pushing through those heels in that lunge. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Place those weights down. All right, we're going into the jump squats. So again, you do not have to do the jump squats completely. You can squat and rise up onto those toes if you would like. Other than that, you're jumping. Ready and go. I see some people already started. It's all right. It's just a little extra. So that jump, we're really still sitting in that lunge and popping straight up. Keep it up. I love seeing these. The gallery view is looking so good. Keep it up, keep it up. I love seeing the jumps. I'm gonna be right here with you guys until we finish it. Keep it up. Hopefully you guys got some good music on. Keep it going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring it down. Give yourself a nice big breath. If you're having trouble, just need a little bit more of a deeper breath, hold those hands above the head. Opens up the lungs a little bit more. Make sure you're breathing. I'm breathing heavy too. So we're gonna go right back to that first thing where we're squatting and pressing up. Squatting, pressing up. Ready and go. Make sure to always get water whenever you need it. So you're squatting and pressing, squatting and pressing. Make sure we're not leaning forward in that squat. So if you're finding yourself doing that motion and then pressing up, lighten the weights up a little bit. Keeping those chests up, back straight, hips go back. So if you're gonna sit in a chair, keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it on down. We're going to go right into those lunges. Now, again, you don't have to do the bicep curl. If you just want to do the lunges, you can just do the lunges. 45 seconds, curl and up, curl and up. Trust me, you will still feel it. So you're just curling all the way back down. Might have to kick on the AC in my house today. It's just a little toasty in here. We're only on round 2. Keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and switch those legs. Switch them out. Ready and go. Same exact movement, just the other side. Stepping back in that lunge. Coming back up. I know you can't see that foot right there. Camera problems. But we got it. At least you guys get to see my face today. Usually my head's cut off. Keep it up. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. All right. Jump squat time. So place those weights down. If you want to go into the toe raises, you can. 45 seconds. Ready and go. We're going to treat this Tuesday like the Monday that it really is, because yesterday was President's Day. So keep it going. You're in here. You're working hard. You chose to do this class on a Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. Keep it up. Keep it up. Press, 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 press. You're more than halfway there. You got it. I'm going to join in with you guys. I just always like to watch the gallery view for a little bit. See all the jumping. Keep it going. Keep it going. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it down. Take a nice deep breath. Grab water, of course, if you need it. Always grab it whenever you need it, not just when I tell you to. Breathe. We got one more round of all this, and then we move on. And it becomes a little less crazy. So got all the high intensity stuff kind of out of the way first. So you're going right back here to those squats with those shoulder presses. Ready and go. 45 seconds. Remember, you don't have to add the shoulder press if you do not want to. So if your heart rate's still feeling kind of high, just go into those squats right here until you feel ready, and then add those presses in. It's the last round. We did 2 very strong, good rounds. We can make it through this last one. Really sit back in that squat, pressing those shoulders up. Keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Reset my timer. We're going to step back, curl, back up. 45 seconds. Woo, ready and go. The woos are back. So we're stepping back and curling. It doesn't matter what side you do first. We're gonna do both. Make sure you're breathing and taking your time with these. They're not meant to be done super fast. This isn't boot camp where we're trying to get as many of them as we can in. We're really watching that form, stepping back, pressing through those heels, curling those arms up nice and tight. Woo, keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it on down. Other side. Ready and go. Step back, curl up. So make sure that those arms are coming all the way back down. We're not letting them flop. We're heading towards that end of this round, so those arms are going to get a little tired. Keep that control there. It's still a nice controlled curl. We're really watching that lunge. We're sitting back in that heel of that standing leg, so this leg, and pressing through. for 3, 2, and 1. All right. Last round of jump squats. I promise they don't show up again. It's other forms of cardio. So you won't have to be jump squatting all the time. No worries. So jump squats, 45 seconds, last round of them. Ready, and go. I love this gallery view. This is so good. Keep it pressing, keep it pressing. Really sitting back in those heels, right in those glutes, popping straight on up. Even if you're doing the toe raises, it's still an explosive movement. Add some power behind it. Get those arms moving. Have them coming down by the side with a lot of power. Keep it up, keep it up. You're at that 10 second mark. It turns into 5 real fast. Keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it down. Take a nice deep breath. Drink your water. Water break. Drink that. Unless you did what I did and put all ice in here, and then it's all ice at this point. So while you guys are taking your water break, I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. It's three different exercises. So we're going to start with some upright rows right here. So feel free to make these weights as heavy as you want. If you have a band too that you can add to the weights, you just wrap it around the weights themselves and you can pull with those. Then we have bench over rows. Now you can do your bench over rows however you would like. You can do wide grip, narrow grip, or underhanded. So you can do one of each because there's 3 rounds. So if you want to start the first round here, second round here, third round here, feel free to do so. And then you have mountain climbers. So that's your burst of cardio right there. All right. So taking this circuit nice and easy, the second circuit a little bit slower, but we want to really focus in on that strength part. Okay. So upright rows. Find your weights that you want to use. Ready and go. So we're coming here, coming right back down, pulling those weights up. So if you have a nice heavy kettlebell, those are good to use too, or a nice barbell. We're bringing those weights straight up and then straight back down, squeezing through those shoulder blades. Take your time with them, squeezing those shoulder blades back behind you, pulling up through those traps. It's a nice slower movement than our other ones before, so enjoy it while it lasts. It does get crazy here in a second. after this set. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're gonna go right into those bench over rows. So pick your poison: wide grip, narrow grip, under grip, whichever one you want to do. I'm gonna do narrow right here. So you're bent over and you're pulling right on through. It's just a nice little pull. Even if your weights are kind of light, give that extra little squeeze through those shoulder blades back behind you. Bringing those weights down in front of you, right near the chest. So we're squeezing and pulling. Even if your weights are light, give that little extra squeeze back here. Make sure you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. We got 10 more seconds here. Turns into 5 real fast. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Place those weights on down. Find your way down to the floor. I'll tilt the camera a little bit until I get a fun camera crew to be able to move my camera for me. That's how it's going to be. We're going to drop on down into a nice high plank position. You can make those feet a little wider. And we're going to go into mountain climbers. Same we did with the warm up. If you would like to tap, you may bring it to a tap as well. 45 seconds, ready and go. So you're climbing those mountains, those backs are staying flat, butts are down. So if you find yourself arching up a little bit more, so bringing those butts up, we need to bring them back down. And you can take these as quickly or slowly as you would like. Keep it up. We're more than halfway there. Engage that core. Keep that core nice and strong. Shift into those shoulders if you're starting to feel that arch, if your butt's going up, if your hips are coming upwards. Shift into those shoulders, so push a little bit more forward. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. You can stretch out of the child's pose if you would like, but very slowly come to a standing position. All right. Going back into our other upright rows that we were doing before. So we're just upright rows, 45 seconds. Whew. We are powering through these. Let's keep it up. Let's keep this momentum going. Make sure you're breathing into the nose, out to the mouth. Pulling up through those shoulder blades, letting those backs kind of work here just a little bit, that upper back area. You may feel it in the round part of your shoulders here. That's fine too. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're doing those bent over rows, however you would like to do them. It's up to you. So if you want to do underhand, wide grip, narrow grip, go for it. 45 seconds. Ready and go. Doing an under grip here. So my hands are facing outwards, and I'm getting a little bit more bicep action with this one. More bicep than tricep action. I think another name for it is a bicep row. I just call it an underhand row. Make sure that those backs are still straight, so we're not feeling any sort of pressure in the lower back while being bent over. Keep those core strong for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Find your way to the floor. Mountain climbers. As slow or as quick as you want to make them. 45 seconds. Ready and go. So again, you can bring this to a nice little tap. You can make it as quick or slow as you want. You would like to as well, if this is becoming a lot on your shoulders, you can also just hold a low plank as well. Maybe get a little bit more core action in there than arm action. You start to feel those hips lift upwards, shift into those shoulders a little bit more. Keep pushing, bringing those knees as close to the chest as possible. Nice and quick. We're running up these mountains, right? Not taking a nice stroll, we're running up them. Keep it going. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Press back into child's pose. Give those shoulders a little stretch and very gently come to standing for our last round. We got it. We're pushing through. All right. 45 seconds, upright rows. Ready and go. Upright rows right here. Squeezing on through, last round. Enjoy it while it lasts. We got some more lower body coming up next. Just a teeny bit more cardio with that. Make sure we're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Get one last good one in there. It's the last round of it. Go ahead and bend over. Find whichever row you're going to do and do that. 45 seconds. Ready and go. I may have planned just enough. I may have cracked the secret formula of not putting too much in there, but actually just doubling up the movements. Same amount of work, half amount of time. That's what we like, though. That's what we want. 2 birds, 1 stone. It's like 5 birds and 1 stone. 5 birds in 45 minutes. 55, I guess, if this one we stretch at the end. Keep it up, keep it up. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Drop those weights for now. Find your way down to the floor. Last round of mountain climbers, all right? Last round, I'm here, timing the whole thing. Get ready, set, and go. Climb those mountains. If you haven't been doing them, or you've been trying to do the tap, tap, try to do a little bit of a quicker tap this time. Challenge yourself. It's the last round of it. Last little burst of cardio for this set. See what I did there? This set. Keep it pushing, keep it pushing. That's what I want to see. This gallery view is looking good. All these mountain climbers going. I see everyone pushing themselves. Keep it going. Push. You're almost there. Almost there. Keep it up. Again, shift into those shoulders. If you start to feel that butt come up, engage that core. Keep everything nice and tight for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Drop it on down. Stretch out in the child's pose. Give yourself a nice deep breath here. Into the nose, out to the mouth, before you very gently come to a standing position. Whew. Breathe. Grab some water. Resetting my timer. There we go. It was doing something weird. All right. So, while you guys are grabbing some water, grab mine as well. See if my ice is going to melt. You can always start with 1 weight and move into it a little bit slower. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on 1 leg at a time. We got a side lunge. Now, it's going to be a very different type of side lunge. When we side lunge, we're going to lift into a lateral raise, just like that. So if you want, you can always put 1 weight off to the side and come here, just like that, all right? And then we'll switch sides. You'll come here and lift, here and lift. So we're coming into a side lunge, lifting into a lateral raise, and coming right on back down. 45 seconds, pick 1 side, and head to either side. Ready, and go. So we're gonna lunge and come back up. Lunge, come back up. Now, if that ends up being a lot, you may hold the weight to the chest and just do the side lunge. So if you're like, hey, my shoulders are kind of beat, I really don't want to do shoulders right now, you can come here. That way we're still moving. We're still utilizing that weight. But if not, we're coming here. There is a slight bend in that elbow, so it doesn't have to be like dead straight. Keep it up. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Switch sides, switch sides. As I say, these 2 movements in 1 are kind of new for us, I think. I don't think we've really done too much of them, but I keep putting way too much in these classes. This is my solution for right now. So step into the side, really lean into that lunge. Again, if that's a lot, hand-eye coordination is just not there, bring it here. That way we're still at least getting a good side lunge in, working that side glute area right into that quad, making those hip flexors work here a little bit. Again, stepping back into that side lunge and then just lifting for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Find a wall, any wall. I didn't show you guys everything that we're doing. I said I was going to show you, and then I just did it. So find a wall, any wall, bring your weight with you. We're gonna do front raises while sitting in our nice little comfy wall sit. So find a wall, make sure your wall does not move. So if your wall is a door that doesn't shut, don't use that wall, all right? Find a wall, get up on it, 45 seconds, hold it there, and go. So you're down in a wall sit. Everything is flat. We're lifting and lowering those weights. So if you have 2 weights in both hands, that's cool too. I got my one. I'm in my wall sit. I'm nice and low. Back, hips, everything flat up against the wall, okay? Having to move that weight should make that even easier for you to do. You want to press up against that wall. Nice and flat. Lower and lifting those arms. Make sure you're breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yeah. Wanted to make sure I seen it. I don't have glasses on and I'm terrified of contacts. So hop on down to the floor. Move those weights out of the way. Our cardio bits here. So if you were not working shoulders before, I highly expect you to do these at least. So we're going to come on down. You may stay up nice and high, or you may go down to the knees. Just put the feet up. We're going to shoulder tap. Shoulder tap for 45 seconds. So if you're up, you're here. Make sure you're not moving from side to side with those shoulder taps. Ready and go. If you've already started, then just extra time. So you're here, tap, tap. Make sure that we're not moving those bodies too much. If you're on those knees, feet are up. Backs are still straight. You will still be able to feel it on your knees as well. Keep that core engaged. Think about pulling a string from your belly button back out through your spine, keeping everything nice and tight. Breathe. Keep it going. Keep it going. You're at that 10-second mark. It turns into 5 real fast. Tap, tap, tapping those shoulders for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. If you need child's pose, you can press out into that. If not, very gently come to that standing position. We're going right back into those side lunges with the lateral raise included. Right? I'm debating whether or not to do the cardio verse that I have. It's only like a 1 round type of thing, but still, you know me, 45 seconds. Keep it up. Let's go. So we're going to the side and lift, side and lift. So again, don't cheat that side lunge just because you're trying to focus in on that lateral raise. If that lateral raise is throwing you off, I want you to hold that weight to your chest. Focus on one exercise at a time if you need to. All right, you can always do lateral raises later. This is going to be on our YouTube, so if you ever want to go back and redo this workout or do lateral raises later, you can always do that. You have your weights. All you got to do is just do lateral raises later if you want to, okay? Keep it up for 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're just going to switch sides. Same exact movement, other side. 45 seconds. Ready and go. Keep it up. Really sit back in those heels. Press back in that hip so you're still got that good side lunge in there. Again, bring it to the chest if you need to. It's up to you. Or you can pick a different weight. You can pick like a lighter weight. Let's keep it up here. We're at that 10-second mark. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Drop it. No, don't drop it. Keep one of those weights with you. Find your wall. I was about to make you guys go into shoulder taps already. Find your wall. Sit on down. We're going into front raises here. 45 seconds. Ready. And go. Again, make sure that wall doesn't move. So like I said, if it's a that, and don't lean on any mirrors. So if you have like an at-home gym situation where you have mirrors, don't lean on the mirrors either. It's very unsafe. Mirrors and doors are not considered walls. So find something nice and sturdy, make sure it doesn't move. Those hips are pressed up against the wall. You should feel this right in the quads, maybe a little bit in the hamstrings and the glutes. And as far as the front raise goes, we should be feeling it right along the chest, right in those front deltoids. Keep it up. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it on down to the floor. Come on down. We got shoulder taps. So you're either up on those toes or on those knees. That's the only thing I'm accepting at this point. All right, ready and go. Let's get those shoulders moving. Let's get them pumping. 45 seconds. Again, if you're on those knees, right here, we're still keeping that body nice and tight. We're not moving the whole body just to tap the shoulders. All right. Keep that core nice and strong. Make those legs a little bit wider if you need to. So give yourself a wider stance, a larger base. Breathe. Same thing with the knees. If you're still finding yourself tilting on the knees, bring those knees just a little bit wider. Give yourself a bigger base. Eventually, you'll come down to where you'll be like at hip width, but if you need to be a little bit more than that, stick there for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it back into child's pose if you need to. If not, come on very gently to a standing position. Find your weights. We got our lateral raises, side lunges, last round. That's where we all go today. Last round, 45 seconds, ready and go. So again, if the lifting, the lateral raise right here is what's throwing you off, I would much rather you focus in on that side lunge. Focus in on that side lunge. We can do lateral raises later. You can do them while your lunch cooks or something. I sometimes will do them in between like some commercial breaks or something. I've been watching a lot of Love is Blind. Such trash TV, but for some reason I can't look away. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it on up. Switch it out. Other side. Ready and go. That or Joe Millionaire is the other one. Again, just mindless TV. But it's great to do exercises too because it is so mindless you don't even gotta watch it really. Keep it up. Keep pressing, leaning into that hip. Don't, give like only half of that work to that lunge. Give full credit to that lunge. You're just adding that shoulder raise in there. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Find your wall that doesn't move. Find your wall. Slide on down. I'm gonna stay a little closer to the timer because I really can't see it. Make sure your chest and everything is back up against the wall. Not your chest, but your back. You know what I mean. Go ahead and start to raise those arms up and down. 45 seconds starts now. You're in that nice low squat. We're lifting and lowering. And we're only bringing it to about shoulder height. So you're not going to bring it up and above the head. You're going to stay right here. Thought that was at 3 already. It was not. Keep it up. Keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it on down. Let those weights go. You can actually move the weights completely away. We don't need them anymore. You can take that as a good thing or a bad thing. It's up to you. Ready? Find your way down to the floor. You got your shoulder taps. One last round. 45 seconds, ready and go. 45 seconds. You're tapping through those shoulders. If you haven't tried already, pop up onto those toes. Give it a couple rounds. Give it a couple taps. You can always drop back down. But push yourself. It's the last round here. You already showed up to class the day after a holiday. Those are always the hardest ones to get to. Keep it up, keep it up. That one day off throws everybody off for some reason. It threw me off yesterday for sure. I was like, what day is it again? Keep it up, keep it up. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go press back into child's pose. You can, I'm gonna be nice. I'm not gonna make us do the burpees. I really had them on there. I'm not gonna make us do them unless you guys give me a thumbs up and you wanna do them. I'm gonna come up there to the camera. Do we have thumbs up for burpees? Oh, I see some thumbs ups. All right. Well, let's go on to a nice standing position and let's get one round in, all right? Just one 30-second round. Now, if you don't want to do a full burpee, I'm saying you can always do mountain climbers, hold a plank, really anything physically active for this 30 seconds. Now, you can also do a half burpee. So a half burpee is you're here, you're coming here, and then back out. So you're not coming all the way back up. But if you want to do a full burpee, do a full burpee. Burpee. All right, 30 seconds. That's all I'm asking for. 30 seconds of work here. Ready and go. So if you're doing that full burpee, you're coming all the way down, all the way back out, and back up. Woo! Look at these burpees. I know I won't be able to be seen on the YouTube channel, but oh my gosh, everyone's doing them. This is looking great. Awesome, keep it up. And like I said, if you want to hold a plank, hold a plank. We're still holding it there. We got 5 more seconds. What can we do with that? Give me 3, 2, and 1. Good, breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Oh, those all look so good. That makes me so happy to see all the thumbs up for burpees too. All right, I'm gonna scoot us a little bit closer here so you guys can see me just a little bit better. All right. Woo! All right. Feel free to catch your breath here, stretch out just a teeny bit. We're going to find our way down to the floor. I got my timer, one heavier weight. We're going to make our way down. Let's finish off strong with some core here. All right. Last 10 minutes of class. We got this. We got this. All right. So we got 3 rounds of these. Each core exercise is going to be 30 seconds long. Weights are completely optional. You don't have to use them. And then also, if you do dip before core is over, please let me know what site you're at down below. And if you're visiting our YouTube page from another site, feel free to comment what site you're from too. So that's always going to be fun to see if everybody else is joining our YouTube page too. All right. So we're going to reset our timer here. We got 30 seconds. We're going to start with dead bugs. We've all done dead bugs before. The legs are going to come up to tabletop, arms are going to be up. We're going to lift back and up. If you want to use the weight, you just hold the weight here. Just like that. Let's go. 30 seconds. I'm pretending I'm laying under a palm tree at the beach. And not sweating in my apartment. Keep it up. Those legs are going straight out. We're using that core, pulling them right back in. And those legs don't have to go all the way out. If they come up just a little bit, that's fine too. I want you to utilize that core, keeping those backs on the floor so we're not arching in those lower back areas. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Good. You can place the weights off to the sides. Hands can go underneath the bum if you would like. Legs go straight up. And I want you to find your lowest point. Then we're going to either flutter or scissor kick. 30 seconds. Ready and go. So we're coming all the way up, finding our low point. And either scissor kicking, or if you prefer to flutter kick, you can do that as well. Even if your flutter kick or your scissor kicks are a little high, That's fine. You're going to feel that in that lower core. You're going to feel it along a little bit in those obliques, especially if you're doing the scissor kick, because the legs are coming outwards instead. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Good. Flatten those legs completely out in front of you. Take your hands, place them behind your head, fingertips only. Make sure you can't see your elbows out of your peripheral vision. Find a spot up on the ceiling and crunch your way up towards that. We're ready and go. So we're finding a spot. We're crunching up towards it. We're really working in that upper core area here. So right around the rib cage, right below the chest. That's the spot that we should be feeling it in. If you start to feel it in your neck at any point, come down, roll the shoulders back, reset. That's all you got to do. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it on down. And I have starfish crunches. Okay, I was like trying to read. My vision is so bad. All right, hands. One hand goes back. One hand can stay behind. You're going to go ahead and bend the leg that you're not going to be lifting. And we're going to lift up and reach. So opposite arm to opposite leg. Starfish crunches. 30 seconds. Ready and go. I don't even know if we're going to get through 3 rounds of this. If we don't, you can always just rewind the video and do 3 more or 2 more rounds. Keep it up, keep it up. We might be able to get through it. We got it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Very gently switch those sides. So exact same thing. Just whoop, just other side. So you should be feeling it right in that lower core area here, maybe a little bit in the sides. Oops. I had paused the timer when I wasn't supposed to. Keep it going, no worries. I'll watch it for us. Exercise brain is never good. Keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Awesome. Instead of doing 3 rounds of this, flip over to your stomachs. Let's hold a plank for 30 seconds, and we'll get into our stretching here. So if you do want to, you can always repeat those later, or you can, if you're watching it on YouTube, you can just rewind it and do them again with us. So hop on up, hold that plank. Let's hold it for 30 seconds here. I can. Now, if you are holding this plank and you need a slight modification, you may bring the knees down, feet up, still keep those backs nice and straight, belly buttons tucked into the spine. So pulling in, shifting into those shoulders a little bit here. So make sure those butts are not coming up and they're not coming down. We're holding it nice and straight here. It's only 30 seconds. So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Drop on down. Let's press back into child's pose. I feel child's pose has been the stretch of today's class. It's like if we had to pick one stretch to do, this would be the most beneficial. Very gently press up onto all 4s and drop those hips down to the ground to where you're almost in a cobra pose here. You may lean that head back just a little bit, just to stretch out a little bit more, maybe get a deeper stretch in there, feel it a little bit more in the abdominal area. Make sure you're breathing like normal. In the nose, out the mouth. Very gently press on up, tuck those toes. We're going to lift up into a downward dog pose here, pressing back into those heels. You may walk the dog. Those legs are probably going to feel a little tight, especially after all those lunges and squats. Let's make sure to really walk those out. Very gently, you're going to bring one foot in front of you and come down just to an easy runner's lunge. Whenever you're ready, you can shift on back into that leg. You may flex the foot if you want a deeper stretch up through the hamstring. If you want an even deeper stretch, you can take the opposite arm of that leg and try to grab the toes of your shoes or even your ankle. Very gently press back up into that runner's lunge, back into a downward dog. To very gently switch sides. Dropping that knee, dropping that foot. Really leaning in to that front leg, front foot. Whenever you're ready, drop it on back, flex that foot for more of a stretch. Again, opposite arm can reach. Very gently press back up into that downward dog position. Just one more time. Very gently walk those hands and feet together. Allow the body to just kind of hang forward here. If you can touch the floor, touch the floor. If not, that's fine. If you would like to hug the legs, you can. Take a nice deep breath in right here. As you exhale, roll up one vertebrae at a time. And thank you for joining us today. I'm gonna come up here and stop this recording, but make sure you guys subscribe.